If you are going to take on a huge risk like giving a child to a man, at the very least, be for a man who thought enough of you to at least ask you to marry him. And the weak talking points of there not being 100% guarantees in marriage, let it go. There's no 100% guarantee in anything that you choose to do in life.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know who I am your host for today, Sean Nicole. This is part 2 to the original video that I put out. If you have not seen part 1, make sure you go back and check out part 1. How many of us can count how many baby showers we've attended versus weddings? There's nothing beautiful than bringing new life into this world. But where are these celebrations of commitment? Weddings are becoming more out of the norm. Now, before we even get into the video, make sure if you have not liked the video already, that you just take a second to press the like button to help us move through the algorithms. We are also trying to grow, and we cannot grow without great people like you. So please take a second just to subscribe to the channel. Enough of all that. Let's get into the video.
I cannot stand when a woman is single and pregnant and she announces it online. There is no sign of the baby daddy. You can't even show who the man is. Most of the time, the man is not even your goddamn man. And then here go everybody in the comments. Congratulations. Congratulations. The reason why they make these baby showers such these huge deals is because there is no wedding. The baby shower has become the new substitute for a wedding.
I remember growing up, it was taboo for a young girl to be pregnant, and it was the fear of getting pregnant because at the end of the day your life is over. Nowadays it's celebrated. Like a young teen could get pregnant and we're celebrating with parties now. Like, what? Like, this girl no longer has a life. Now she has to possibly drop out of school if she doesn't have the right support system because she has to take care of a child. Since when has this become normal? This is not normal. Teenagers are supposed to be teenagers. They're not supposed to be young parents, but yet we're celebrating that.
I'm seeing way too many baby showers and not enough engagements. Where are the marriage proposals? Whatever happened to first comes love, then comes marriage, then
comes the baby carriage.
And this is not becoming for single mothers. There's a plethora of reasons why women will become pregnant or with child without a partner, whether it's by choice or whether it's by circumstance. But the number of men that I've seen come on this app and just in general saying, oh, I'll have a baby with her, but I won't marry her. Are you kidding me? You realize when you have a child with somebody, you are actually connected to that person forever. But it's easy for men to skirt that responsibility because they can physically remove themselves from the child because they don't have to incubate the child, don't have the societal pressures to take care of the child once the child is born. Now, this doesn't mean that if you're married, your husband is going to fully take care of the child and be involved, but at least there's a piece of paper to tell him that you're legally required to be here to take care of your wife and kids. And I'm just saying, if we required people to get married before they had kids, or once they've impregnated somebody, it was a requirement for them to be married, I feel like a lot of people would stop being so reckless with their seed.
No disrespect at all to any women who have had children outside of marriage. Ladies, I see you doing your thing. Shout out you guys. However, I would always advise us as women to do our due diligence and try to set ourselves up in the best situation, because these men are treacherous. Okay? Why I say try to have a baby with a man that you are married to is for a few reasons. 1, a man that has made the decision to marry you over any other woman more than likely has a high opinion of you. 2, that man now has legal consequences for his action. And 3, you as a woman did everything you could do to assure the best setup for your child. And again, I am not speaking down on women who have had children out of marriage. That is not my intention with this video. You guys, superheroes. I know a lot of women's rebuttal will be, there are loads of women who have gotten married and still gotten played. You are absolutely right. However, there are loads of people who have gotten in a car, put on their seatbelt and got in an accident. Just because that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do everything in your power to protect yourself.
I might ruffle some feathers with this one because I know how y'all girls love to tussle over y'all piece of man. And I just got a question. Why y'all don't be getting married? Y'all be so content with being a baby mama. Kids are a blessing. It's not about that. It's about people saying, oh, it's a piece of paper. Being marriage license is a piece of paper. Guess what else is a piece of paper? Your degree.
Ooh.
The title to your car. to your house. There's a lot of pieces of paper that are meaningful. Why not have a partner for that lifelong commitment? I don't understand. But y'all will have these elaborate gender reveals, baby showers, all kinds of stuff because you're not getting married.
You are a fool if you build with a man that you are not married to. Because if he truly plans on taking you with him to that next level, he will have no problem marrying you now. It is the biggest scam. If you know we locked in, ain't no switching up, then go ahead and get married. But when you're with a man and you're helping him pay half the bills, all you're doing is making him save money to get where he needs to get faster to leave you behind.
Yes.
We're in the age of information. I don't know how many times we got to see women having kids with a man, not married with a man, but you living with him, giving him free, consistent in-house sex, and you're contributing to him financially.
Stop telling women to marry before they carry. Marrying that man is not going to change the possibility, the unfortunate, please speak against it, knock on wood, reality that he will switch up on you and he will do all the things that men have always done to you and other women. Inside marriage, outside of marriage. Like, marriage does not save you. Marriage does not change the man that you're seeing. The amount of stories that I have actually personally been told by women, or older women who experience being with men and how they were with a man for years. You know, they did the whole marry before they carried, and that man still switched up on them years later, decades later. Heartbreak. Even with one of my exes, he has a sister, who at the time when I was with him, she was trying to divorce her husband because she married before she carried. So much harder because she married him now, all the legal stuff that she has to go through to get away from him. Marry before you carry is a horrible phrase to be reiterating and telling women, as if married people don't also get abused, cheated on. Stop it. I should probably give you advice instead of just giving you doom and gloom, right? I'm so sorry about that. The only way for you to protect yourself is to know how to properly vet the men that you talk to.
I'm gonna leave him right there, okay? I'm gonna leave him right there with that goofy look on his face because I feel like you're a goofball, okay? Like, you're telling women that the ideology of marry before you carry that doesn't save you from heartbreak. It all is a risk. I cannot stand people with these ideologies because, for one, you've been hurt. So you're coming from a place of hurt. You're coming from a place of witnessing nothing but hurt around you. So you're basing off your advice on hurt. Let's start there. How about that? And two, why is it unwise to tell someone you should marry before you carry? One thing that I did agree with what he said was you need to vet your partners. But even with you vetting partners, anybody in this world that is human has the possibility of switching up on anyone. You can be single, you can be married. It does not matter. Yes, I agree. Even in marriage, people can switch up on you. But again, when you get married, you are not supposed to get married with a single person's mindset. That is the problem. Why is it the first thing that people always talk about is it's going to be hard to get away? What? That's not the point of marriage. That's fear-based. Even when you're single, why would you want to have a child single? Now, I understand there are crazies out there, but the legality of things. Let's say that you and this man, your baby's father, I hate that term. Let's say you and your man end up having a child together. You are not married. This man has not chosen to commit to you for whatever reason that is. He's not going to marry you. Okay? We're in this situation now that you guys been together for 5, 6, 7 years. You guys have 2 kids. You live together. You have your whole family situation. Lord forbid your man is unalived. Guess what? You have no rights. Anything involving him, any type of financial protection, any type of insurance, any type of wrong death suit that you could have the right to, you don't have right to. You and your children are just gonna have to figure it out because you don't have the right. Yes, you were his life partner, but you weren't his wife. Yes, these are his kids, but you guys weren't married. So you're going to have to figure that out. You have no right to him. His family does. His mother does, but you don't. But to move around with his type of ideology is crazy to me. Any type of relationship is risky. So if that's the only reason why people are choosing not to wed, it's
my second take on this, now that I realized, I think he was speaking more in the sense of don't think marriage is going to save a toxic or broken relationship. With that, I do agree with him.
It's mind-blowing to me.
With all due respect, stop inviting me to your baby showers. I'm sick of baby showers. Okay, you know black people, all we know is baby showers. Fuck the wedding. We just know the baby shower. Okay, my whole shit third one. We is not about to keep on giving you gifts and rewarding y'all fucking. We not about to keep doing that. Next time I come and bring you some guns. condom.
To the comments I get about me saying I'm choosing to be a wife before I become a mother.
When I tell you I've been smiling in my FYP page, because lately I've been seeing so many young, beautiful girls pop up on my For You page, knowing they worth and knowing that they deserve to be married before giving a man a child. And the weak talking points of there not being 100% guarantees in marriage, let it go. There's no 100% guarantee in anything that you choose to do in life. Yet, you still been participating in life. You can put in an application for a job and still not get hired, because that's a risk you take when you put in an application. It doesn't guarantee you the job. It's just so wild, though, that you have so much discernment when it comes to marriage, but you don't have this same discernment when it comes to anything else. Y'all are the same girls who will fly out of state with men that you don't know, even though that could lead to him unaliving you. You willing to take that risk? Most of y'all biggest complaint about marriage is that you can't guarantee the fact that you won't be cheated on. Cheated on. That's your biggest concern, but you're willing to put your life at risk for carrying a baby. At the end of the day, nobody's encouraging women to go out here and just get married and be stuck in toxic marriages that don't make sense. But what we are saying is, if you are going to take on a huge risk like giving a child to a man, it should at least, at the very least, be for a man who thought enough of you to at least ask you to marry him. Not a man who been somewhere selling you dreams and just wanting to get you pregnant so that they can sit you down so that you won't entertain other men, or to make it difficult for you to get back out on the dating scene to date other men.
I saw a comment on here the other day where somebody was like, baby showers are the new weddings of this generation. And I was like, damn, that's hella true. And it makes me kind of sad, because it's like, wow, y'all will have whole babies. You got to raise them. And it's not just until 18, it's for life. So you will have children. And that's not more of a commitment than getting married.
It's backwards.
I don't understand it. I'm so sorry. Now, if you're someone who doesn't aspire to marriage, okay, that's your prerogative. When you start talking about marriage and having kids, and there's an argument of the commitment factor, you will just never be able to convince me that having a child with someone is somehow less commitment. At least when you get married, if you're over it and things don't work out, you could get a divorce. Not saying it's just some quick, easy process, but you could get a divorce. When you have a child with someone,
that's forever.
Sorry, but that's pretty permanent. Is marriage gonna make a comeback at some point? Or is this really where we're at? Where the baby showers are the new weddings?
People really be trying to use that saying as the way to shame women for being upset for the things that they're going through with being a single mother, as if being married was gonna help the issue. Now, I'm not saying just be having kids by guys who ain't gonna do what they're supposed to do and it's not gonna commit to you. I'm not saying that either. So let's not do that. But the whole term married before you carry, I know plenty of married women who are single mothers too. I know plenty of married women who are carrying all of the load too. And I know plenty of women who were married, and then when the relationship went sour, she became a single mother and the man wanted nothing to do with the kids. So I just hate when, as a single mother, if you complain about not having the help or not having the financial help, whatever the case may be, people try to use, well, you should have married before you carried. Stop that. That has nothing to do with taking care of the child.
Like I said, it's not one size fit all when it comes to this topic, and it gets very touchy, because then you have certain people who are very judgy using the marry before you carry. But this is not what this video is about. This video is not here to shame women who have had children out of wedlock, because like she said, I do agree there are some women that did marry before they carry, but the men did end up still leaving or still not holding up their end of the marriage. At the end of the day, it's all about how you vet the men that you choose to marry. You see how this man is in the dating phase. You should have had enough time to see the type of man that you are entertaining. Did you really learn this man? Did you really realize who he really is in real time? Not your idea of him, but in real time. And that's something that we as women need to work on. I'm always going to go back to the vetting process. I'm sorry. I'm always going to go back to that. So
what I'm trying to figure out is how all these single mothers had babies by niggas and don't realize they nut ass niggas before they have a child. And then they want to bash the father. You ignore all the red flags. It's not nothing that he did that you didn't catch on to or realize like, no, I don't think like that's a good idea for me. Y'all put all the blame on the men, and I just feel as though y'all don't take no accountability for the role y'all play. There's no way you've been dealing with this man. How long do they disguise for you to realize this is not who I want in my life? I would rather get married to somebody and get a divorce than have a child with somebody and be stuck with that person or gotta deal with that person for life. Treat the baby shower like the wedding. That shit just don't make no sense. Rush, don't get caught up in the lifestyle. Don't get caught up in the moment of thinking you really love somebody or see yourself giving somebody a child and you're not ready for that. Just give your body away so freely and just putting these kids out here so they could struggle. I just feel as though the black community, us period, we gotta move wiser, we gotta move smarter.
We need to shun that shit, bro. Like having kids before your time, bro, before you know, hey, I got this money, I got this, I got that. You know, I'm financially ready to have a kid. You know what I'm saying? Not me having a kid 18, 19, 20, and I still got to depend on my mom for money or my dad for money. That's crazy. And you trying to instill something in your child?
Starting back.
And you trying to holler at this woman. You're not even taking care of your child. You're not financially providing nothing. All that baby shower shit for young motherfuckers like that. We need to shun that shit. That shit need to be dead in our community.
Like I said in the first video, these are discussions that we honestly need to continue having because stuff needs to change. The reason why I stand on pushing more of marrying before you carrying on our young girls is because it's being glorified to be a baby mama. We have the Queen Naijas and the Jhene Aikos, for example. They're basically in the limelight begging the father of their children to marry them. Begging. After having, I think both of them have 2 kids. Jhene Aiko has 1 or 2 kids. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, with Big Sean. And Queen Naija has 2 kids with Clarence. Could you imagine if they use more discernment in their situations where they wouldn't have stayed that long to even have children with these men? Big Sean literally embarrasses Jhene Aiko. And during the interview, this man literally says, we have some things we need to work on.
What's stopping y'all from getting married? Just like, to be real with you, just like any people who have dealt with love, we've had our ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? To me, marriage symbolizes like the best relationship, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done, I feel like, in general.
Sir, you didn't think about those things that she supposedly needed to work on when you pumped the baby in her twice. So I'm not understanding. I don't see how that's holding you back from marriage, but it's not holding you back from getting her pregnant. She's good enough to have your babies, but she's not good enough to have your last name. So that's why I say marry before you carry, ladies. We're looking for that protection for your children, your offsprings, that protection for you. Again, I know a lot of you that watch me, some of you guys are mothers, more than likely. And I do not want none of you to feel like I am judging you because you are a mother. I have friends that have had children out of wedlock. Yes, I do know that sometimes you get bamboozled. Okay. Sometimes you get bamboozled. I am more so coming from the standpoint that I want our young girls to start choosing better and doing better. We go to more baby showers than we do weddings, and that's real talk. And I need us to fix that. I really honestly do. Make sure if you guys are not a part of the family, please make sure you take a second to push that subscribe button. Make sure that you press like. The likes are just as important as the subscriptions, you guys. We really are trying to expand. We're trying to grow. And in order for us to get this message out and get this conversation further out there and connecting to more people, like this video. Get them likes up for me, you guys. But I do want to hear your opinions in the comments. And also, this is a channel where everybody can express themselves. I am open for correction. I am open for difference of opinions. And I also actually request. I do not condone disrespect in the comments. I do not condone disrespect towards any of my fellow family members in the comments just because you do not like somebody's point of view, as long as we keep it respectful. Okay? Keep it respectful. Please do not come over here with that nonsense. A real conversation will include difference of opinions sometimes. That's how we learn. I want to make sure that we're supporting one another in the comments. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.
I like to call it a passion. I can be sitting relaxing. PG, we getting some traction. I'm at the